Welcome to day 19 of getting to 100K net worth by December 20th of this year, 2025. And our current net worth is at 6,874. So I just checked on the net worth thing and it's been going down, and it went down since yesterday. I mentioned earlier in the week that it is payday week, so we will be bumping that up finally, which will be good. We've got investment strategies. We're going to be talking about real estate, and we're also going to be talking about my job and how that's going to help me get to there. I do have a $40,000 a year job, which I've mentioned many times already, but in case you're new watching this, I have a $40,000 job, but I get some commissions. So it's very possible if I get a year-end bonus that I can get up to that 100,000 mark that we're trying to get to, right? So, but there's got to be a couple things that happen that fall into place. First of all, I want to share that I'm cooking muffins today. It's been a while since I've had them. I just ordered a bunch of different types from Walmart, and I was like, oh, I'll just try a bunch of different ones, see which brand I like the best, because I've had really good muffins and really bad ones. But these ones that I just made, I was going to show you. They're in the oven right now. Let me turn on the light. Let's see if I can turn it. Yeah, so it's cranberry orange, and I'm very excited about them. But if you can see, it's like a ton of cranberries at the top because I forgot to mix it into the batter, and I literally, 6-7 minutes in, as they're starting to turn into a muffin, I literally had to cut them open and shove the cranberry stuff in there. So yeah, that's how my dinner cooking is going. You know, my wife is gone this weekend. So anyway, just thought I'd share a random fun fact with you for tonight. All right, so as far as progress on the goal, let's talk about it. Today at work, pretty solid. My boss is awesome, and we started talking more about ideas to get to that 3 million mark, which involves getting more things in for us, including doing a PDF download, doing some sort of ebook. We need to do some sort of webinar. We need to get people going to a $3,000 course, all of these things. And we wrote them out today. We made a spreadsheet so that we can really start taking more action and moving towards this goal and just start, selling and giving people this amazing value of what we're doing. So that was pretty great, super grateful. And I closed somebody today, which is a big win, because June, my friends, has been a rough month for sales. Let me tell you that. I am not a sales guy. I might be giving sales bro vibes right now with the tank backward hat, but this is very, very not my vibe, because I'm kind of an introvert, pretty introverted, and I also get anxiety before the calls, and I don't know. It's been a rough first month, and this third month now that we're in June, I literally have had a 10% close rate, a little less than that actually, and it just kind of hurts the pride a little bit. And not even the pride, it just, I've got this goal of getting to 100,000 net worth. And how are we going to get there if I'm not even able to help us grow the company and get more people, to do what we're offering? So anyway, that all being said, I mentioned the digital products and stuff because that is where a lot of the potential, money is going to be. We do have these tax planning services that we do for people that are pretty high ticket, but if we can get in bulk, a lot more people are wanting courses and things related to doing their own taxes on their own and doing tax planning and stuff. Anyway, it's a whole thing. I'm excited for that. Made some progress today. And I will say, because I was able to close someone on, it's kind of the first step in our whole process, it gave me such a boost. I got some really good energy today. I was just feeling confident. I could have been more productive, but it was still just a solid day, and I'm really grateful for that. So I know that a lot of that anxiety I was feeling a couple weeks ago was definitely in part due to not closing anyone. Oh, freak, I forgot to check on these muffins. But just getting those little wins in, right? It makes a big difference. All right, you want to see these muffins? Oh, look at that. All right. Beautiful. Look at those muffins right there. Yeah, definitely just shove the cranberry stuff in there. Let me actually make sure. Should be good. Okay, like this. Definitely done. But these bad boys, I think they need a little long. Just a little long. Cook those cranberries up in the middle. All right. As far as update on the real estate. So, holy cow. What a ride. Because our real estate agent is like, hey, I feel like your lender is not giving you the best deal. She's not really looking out for you guys. So I found another lender that we could use, but you need to apply and like do that today if we're going to be able to close on time, because my wife and I got, family reunion coming up, and we're also like about to be up on our lease here that we're renting. But our main lender right now is like, well, we're like trying to figure out stuff, but we don't know if you're going to fully qualify because of this. And so we just have to wait for underwriting to come back. And I'm like, what does that even mean, But now I'm starting to understand underwriting is the official person who's like, okay, based on their whole financial situation, they can do this. And there's just so much that goes into it. I'm like, holy cow. But as I'm starting to like connect the pieces, right? It's starting to make more sense. I'm glad I'm going through the process now, because next time we close or work on a property and stuff, it's going to be, I'll know what to expect, what to look for, apply for multiple lenders, and then compare the best prices, yada yada. So I feel like that's pretty important. Alright, so that's kind of what's been happening. So literally tonight I'm applying for a new loan, which is kind of a bummer, but apparently it's not going to hurt our credit that bad. I'm just finding this out, but like whenever you apply for a loan, they do like a hard credit check is what it's called, and that actually lowers your credit score. So whenever he said, oh, you have to apply for a new loan with them, but it's not going to hurt your credit score because they're just going to do a soft credit check because we already have a lot of things on file. So I'm not exactly sure how that all works on their side logistically. He also mentioned like we won't have to get another appraisal most likely, or if we do that, they're going to cover it. So there's a lot of things that they're kind of looking out for us, trying to help. It's a local company in Florida, so hopefully we're trying to just look at all the line items and understand like, okay, show us exactly what's happening and everything, and it does look quite a bit better, but who knows, we could still be staying with our original lender. So anyway, that's kind of the update there, is we're kind of bouncing between lenders, about to see and make this final decision. And we have, the closing day was supposed to be like in a week and a half, which is crazy, but now it's going to get pushed out to like 2 weeks max. But yeah, lots of tight line, lots of tight timelines, so we're just figuring all that out right now. I did edit quite a bit of videos last night, so I held up my side of the deal of what I was saying. I didn't quite get them all, but I did officially publish video 1. Published as in I uploaded it to YouTube, and I also got a short made for it. So that's kind of a big deal, because now I can just copy paste the same like way that I edited it and get the next videos just pumping out. So very excited about the progress there. And tonight, I was gonna make my goal to edit more, but I think tonight I'm gonna take a break. I need to rest from staring at a screen. I've been looking at it all day today. So I'm going to eat these delicious muffins, which have now been in for an extra couple minutes, so we should probably get them. But then my other accountability goal is to get some good rest tonight, because tomorrow I have more sales calls and they're starting at 9 a.m. And then I really want to finish some big things at work, as tomorrow's the last day of the week, and then I'll only have like a week and a few days before heading out to my family reunion, which I'm really excited about. And hopefully you'll get to meet some of my family. I'm going to try to do some podcast style interviews with them while I'm there, and just let them join this journey of getting to 100K. So it's pretty interesting. I'm excited for it, and I haven't even told any of my family this. I don't necessarily want to tell them, because I feel like they're going to think it's weird and kind of judge me a little. So who knows? I may do little interviews with them, I may not. We'll kind of fill it out when we get there. But yeah, I feel like my big lesson from the day is don't forget to mix in the cranberry orange with the muffins, because you don't want them to burn. It's not too bad. I'm very excited to eat these. But another big lesson from the day, I guess we should say, is celebrate the wins. And I think I'm going to do that by, since I did have a big win today, making a close at work, that I should be grateful for that. Let me check, is this still recording? Yeah, it is. Okay. But, I need to rest, and also I realized I need to move my body more. Like, I feel very lazy in the mornings sometimes, and I was like, I never felt this way when I went and played pickleball and did stuff in the morning. So that's going to be probably my goal for next week, is like consistently moving my body before I even start work, and possibly getting a walking treadmill. That would be very, very helpful. But maybe I'll have to do that once we move and once our income is a little more steady with everything that we're paying for. But all in all, some really great progress this week. Thanks for dealing with these videos. We're kind of just in that first month learning. My goal is to make them a lot more fun and a lot more educational and a lot more professional as well. I want them to be very nice. I've been trying to record more with my microphone so that you get better audio quality. But I also want to like kind of set things up and make it look a little nicer, right? A little more professional. I don't know, maybe you like this where I'm kind of just on the cuff doing stuff like this. So let me know in the comments, like, should I have more of a podcast where like I sit down, it's a little more calm, we have more of like an agenda and a script, or do you kind of like the rough, raw, like, hey, here we are? Yeah, let me know in the comments. I'd really appreciate it. But wherever you are, you just got to start, and you got to know where you're going, and then you just start taking action to get there. And I think holding yourself accountable to someone too is a very, very powerful principle. So I'll end on that today. Thanks so much for watching. Give this video a like, a thumbs up, right? And we'll see you tomorrow in the next day. I'm doing a peace sign, but peace out. Have a good day.